The first series that started Disney Plus streaming platform from Marvel Studios was WandaVision. The series was full of surprises, an imaginary place created by Wanda Maximoff, her perfect reality, which, over the course of the first season, jumped many decades when the themed episodes are taken into consideration. And today, we are going to talk about a potential second season of the show. So without further ado, let's dive right in. Before we begin, we should also mention that there will be spoilers up ahead, even for the finale of the series. So, you have been warned. The first series from Marvel Studios landed on Disney Plus at the beginning of 2020, finally ending the superhero drought caused by the pandemic, and also paving the way for Marvel's future into the streaming territory, which was a first after their many outings in the cinemas all around the world. Ever since WandaVision, Marvel released 2 more series on the streaming platform, The Falcon and The Winter Soldier, a few months back, and more recently, Loki, which is still releasing new episodes every week. However, so far, nothing official has come up whether Elizabeth Olsen and Paul Bettany will return to the small screen. Recent rumors spread that a second season of the show is considered, even though Olsen recently referred to WandaVision as being a limited series. However, she was also quick to point out that she is not sure entirely, which opens the door for a second season for sure. And if Marvel Studios is at stake, anything can happen. Nothing is set in stone, but Olsen had some comments on what Marvel boss Kevin Feige said during Disney's presentation at the Television Critics Association. And that is, they are mentioning that they were about to start filming, but they are also keeping in mind the whole structure of the MCU. A structure which might lead to a second season of the show, maybe even a third, but nothing as of yet. Knowing that Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, releasing in 2022, will see Elizabeth Olsen star as Wanda Maximoff alongside Benedict Cumberbatch's Doctor Strange, we are still unaware if other cast members from WandaVision will also be a part of the movie. Perhaps Paul Bettany's White Vision, or maybe Kathryn Hahn's Agatha Harkness, or even the 2 children from Wanda. We will have to wait and see. Season 2 release date and trailer. As we've mentioned before, nothing is official about a second season of the show, and the recent comments from Olsen of the series being a limited one suggest that it actually won't happen. However, nothing is official yet, whether the series will get a second season or not. And if the series gets a second season, it will probably not come out for quite some time. Elizabeth is busy filming her private role in yet another Marvel project, Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness, the Doctor Strange sequel, which is scheduled for release on the 25th of March 2022, the date that stands right now. And depending on the fact of where the movie might leave Wanda, another season of her show might be a possibility. Whatever the case may be, Marvel Studios have been known to give the fans plenty of time to get caught up with everything that is going on before them dropping the next chapter of her story. Because of the reasons listed above, we predict that a potential second season of WandaVision would not be released until January 2023, which would be the earliest, maybe even the middle of 2023. And for the trailer side of things, there isn't anything as of yet, and it won't be anything official as we are waiting for the show to have some concrete news of a second season first, and then a potential footage of sorts for the second season. However, a first look of her character in the Doctor Strange sequel should come out in the near future, so be on the lookout for that. Given that the sequel is said to have spooky undertones, a Halloween launch for the trailer of the sequel of the movie should be the perfect period of the year. And it would make a lot of sense too. Season 2 cast. If the series ever gets renewed, Elizabeth Olsen would need to reprise her role as Wanda Maximoff. There would be no Season 2 of the series if she isn't in it. While Paul Bettany's return as White Vision might still take place even though his whereabouts are currently unknown. Maybe we will have something more on him in the near future. Maybe a flashback of some sort in the Doctor Strange sequel. Something connected to Wanda. This and the fact that Paul Bettany said that he loved playing the character and that he is in no rush to leave the franchise. So there is that too. While also throwing some hints around as to where his android story might go next. Another character that impressed a lot of fans is the appearance of Teyonah Parris' Monica Rambeau, but she seems less likely to return for the sequel when compared to the two before. We are saying this before the post-credit scenes set up for her appearance in the upcoming Captain Marvel sequel, The Marvels. Two other actors who we could see in the second season of the show are Kat Dennings and Randall Park, reprising their roles as Darcy Lewis and Jimmy Woo respectively, especially when we know that they have not been assigned to any other MCU projects, while also being a famous team-up among fans. As for the children of Wanda, Tommy and Billy, if they are to return for the second season, we would need to see a recast for them, and for them to be played by older actors. Kathryn Hahn has also been very positive about her wanting to stay within the MCU and reprise her role of Agatha Harkness. However, nothing is official about her character, especially not since the Season 1 finale and how she ended up. Season 2 Plot. The finale of the first season was definitely more conclusive than most of us expected, and fans were probably expecting a huge cliffhanger for the Doctor Strange sequel, or even a cameo from him in the series, but neither happened. Instead, we got a neat resolution to the events of the Hex, and the citizens of Westview finally released him from their captive state, with Wanda exiling herself to a remote cabin in the wilderness. There, we saw her studying the Darkhold, a sinister text which could let her understand her powers and maybe even bring her family back. Who knows? In the post-credit scene, we hear the voices of her twin sons calling for help, which means that they still exist, but we are not sure, just like Wanda, just exactly where in the Marvel multiverse. The chain of events would be exciting for the Marvel comic book fans, as they all know that this is the period where Wanda and Vision's children grow up to become the teen superheroes Speed and Wiccan in the source material, and both of them being prominent members of the Young Avengers, a group which was rumored for a while now as one future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Thus, maybe this will be one focus point of the second season, but we won't know for sure until we have explored the multiverse in the Doctor Strange sequel. The series also introduced Wanda's powers originating from chaos magic and the fragile control she has over them. And last but not least, what would Vision do next? What is next for him? Whatever it is, if a second season of the show comes out, expect more reality warping antics in the near future, which would make Agatha Harkness return, given how popular she proved to be with the viewers. On a related note, tell us down in the comments below, what would you like to see in the second season of the show? Which field explored more and why? And also, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon if you would like to see more videos like this in the future. Thank you for watching, and we will see you next time.